Guilty of crime.
All right. Hello, everybody. What's up? Happy Monday. I'm Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back, guys. Yes, another Orlando momster, you guys. This is, this is the moment I saw that Casey Anthony was back. She's selling her services. Guess who I thought of? Jen freaking Soto. Now, we called Jen Soto the Casey Anthony, right? We call Jen Soto the new Casey Anthony, and now Casey Anthony's back, folks. So that being said, we're going to blast Casey Anthony. She's back, and she wants to advocate for our children, folks, and we can't let that happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to spread awareness to everybody who Casey Anthony is, what Casey Anthony did, and we want to never forget Kaylee Anthony, because right now, Casey Anthony, as far as I'm concerned, was the most hated momster, and now Jen Soto has taken her place. And now that Casey Anthony's back, we're going to say that Jen Soto and Casey Anthony are one and the same, you guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hit the like button on your way in. Subscribe if you have not, and get a membership if you can. Yes, she is back. She's back, and she amassed 22,000 followers right from the get-go. I'm going to show you guys not only how to blast Casey Anthony, but she put it out there. She put it out there so we can contact her directly, and I'm going to show you guys all of this. Yeah, we got Megan Boswell, but Megan Boswell is behind bars, and Casey Anthony is not. I'm going to get you up to speed with what Casey Anthony's been doing these last couple years, what she's doing now, and never forget, Kaylee Anthony. So that's what we're going to get into today, you guys. Megan is at least locked up. Jen Soto is not locked up. Casey Anthony is not locked up, and Casey Anthony wants to be an advocate for the children. She is definitely a manipulative monster. I'm going to tell you about all of that right now. I'm going to tell you how she is trying to pull a fast one over on this next generation, folks. Okay, so she's really trying to pull one over. She's trying to pull one over on the LGBTQ plus. She's trying to pull one over on our community. And when I say our, obviously I'm part of the LGBTQ community, and she's trying to pull one over on the generation that doesn't remember what Casey Anthony did. And we're not going to let that happen, folks. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show you. Thank you, Microwave Cheese. She is not an advocate. She's an a-hole. I'm going to show you that now. She says it in her own words, but I know what she's doing. I agree against all logic. If she's going to be another Jen Soto, then she needs to continue being in hiding. This is not going to fly. We're not going to let my community or your community go to Casey Anthony for legal advice or advocate for our children. Yeah, we'd love to know that too. Hopefully we can start working to get more people on my channel. I need help, guys. We're down some mods, so I'm going to start doing some new things. But before we get into that, I want to thank the ladies that sent over this for Madeline Soto, and also I have t-shirts to give away for you guys because, well, Casey Anthony is like the Madeline Soto, and I got a stack of shirts Justice for Madeline Soto. They're green, so you can't see through the green. I got 4 green shirts, 2 medium, 2 large, and they sent me some green bows for Justice for Madeline Soto. All right, so let's get into it. I know the people that came to watch this don't want to just watch me talk about it. I'm a visual person, so I'm gonna play this real quick, and then I'll get to showing you where, what, how, all that.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. All
right, so we're going to listen to this. We're probably going to listen to a few other clips, you guys. We're going to analyze it. We're going to go over the things that she's talking about. And I want to tell you what she's doing here. I know exactly what she's doing, and we're going to break that down. All right. So, yeah, the nerve she has. She's been dipping her toes over the past few years, guys. She's dipping her toes to see how far she can get, to see who's going to back her. It's just like Gypsy Rose when she got out of prison. You got the people backing her that like her selfish self and that say, oh, people deserve a second chance. I'm not giving Casey Anthony a second chance, and I hope you guys don't either. Thank you, Microwave Cheese, for the $10 super chat and the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. That's how we exist, folks. We are a fan-funded channel, so let's keep going. I'm going to listen to this, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get to this.
A legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Caylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done.
And remember, folks, for those of you that may not know about Casey Anthony, or those that just find this video and say there's nothing wrong with her, all of those people that she just named, Caylee Anthony, is dead by her hands. And her parents, her old parents and the parents that were way younger, her dad's all messed up medically, she blames for this to this day. Now, they took a lie detector test, and that, in fact, is not the truth. Casey Anthony is dipping her toes, and she cannot tell the truth. Welcome, Sharon. This is ludicrous and outrageous, and you guys, we should write her. I'm going to show you how after this.
That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done.
Kaylee.
The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself.
No.
I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some.
And anybody close to you is going to be attacked and targeted because you're a toxic human being, Casey Anthony. Everything you touch turns to shit, and nobody wants you to advocate for anybody, let alone our children. So you can go sit down with Jennifer Soto and go hide with that potato, because we're not buying this. None of the community and LGBTQIA plus is buying your crap, and neither are these people. Thank you, Christy, for the $4.99. This monster sees attention. Jen Soto and Gypsy are getting. Be gone, Casey. Justice for Kaylee. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're not going to let her hide. That's why I'm going to show you where she is after this and how to get to her yourself.
Some recent things occur, and when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights.
Hey, friend. Yes.
I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
No, it's going to keep
With
being,
that,
honey.
these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece.
Again, people that don't know the case, folks, are going to say she deserves a second chance. It's been 20 years, and we are going to have a generation of people that didn't feel this the way we felt it. Exactly what is professional about her? Exactly. We're going to keep breaking this down. We're not going to let her go into our communities and let her tell this generation that doesn't know about her. She's sitting there using her parents as a point of reference like it's a good thing. She's using Kaylee as a point of reference like it's a good thing. No, you took her life and then you blamed your parents and then you blamed your father for sexual things, molestation, all the things. And she's using them as points of reference for us to believe what she's saying. Thank you, Microwave Cheese. And my girl, Tara, you know about this case. She's crazy. She's out of her mind. And people are going to buy it, folks. But you guys can't.
Still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car. And I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country, especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time and we'll see how this goes.
Oh, yes, we will. Casey Anthony Unhinged, guys. We are going to see exactly how this goes. And I'm going to show you her TikTok and I'm going to show you her stack so we can get to that ourselves. We can hear what she's talking about, trying to sway the LGBT community and any people in the generation after us that don't know about this. There's going to be kids that are my son's age that are 25 that don't understand what she did and that are thinking, "Oh, she's pretty. Look at her. She looks young. She's got tattoos. She's trying to appeal to these kids, this generation of people, and the LGBT community is one of the most loving and forgiving communities ever because we know what it's like to be chastised, for people to throw things at us, to treat us like shit for no apparent reason. You could just wake up and they don't like the way you look. And she knows that. She knows that we're loving and we're forgiving and we have heart and we have soul, and she freaking knows it. The fact that she's in the community is still super scary and just wrong. And that's why we need to bring awareness. You guys should go over, if you have TikTok, Casey Anthony _ Substack. All right. We're going to play this from there. That was a clip of it, but I'm going to read you her other posts. I'm going to play this. We're going to go on to her Substack. I'm going to tell you that what she's been doing after she's been doing this for the last few years, you guys, she's coming on to here with this. She's been breaking up marriages, going to bars, people recording her for being off the chain. And that's where we're going to find Jennifer Soto if she doesn't get arrested. Yeah, she is lower. I agree. One Love Revolutionary. I agree. All right, so let's check this out. She's got one follower, it says, which is really weird. It says, oh no, she's following one person, you guys. You guys won't believe this. How many people are going to buy her shit? Look at this. Let me drop myself down. She's following one person. She's got 49,000 followers and 22.9 thousand likes, you guys. She's sleeping with detectives. She's sleeping with her attorney, allegedly. All right. And I'm glad you watched the whole trial. I'm glad you guys understand. But this is her page. This is her official page. Casey Anthony _ Substack. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that so I can keep up with it. Here's the full one.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
Go follow.
Today
go
is
there.
Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings. On a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself.
All right.
And also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Caylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony.
Yeah.
This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to.
Now, remember, you guys, people are buying this. They're liking it. They're thinking that she could be an advocate because they don't really know what happened. So we're all disgusted. And yes, you're right. She needs money. So imagine this, guys. In this sense, I'm going to go to her Substack after. I want you guys to look at that handle. If you don't understand TikTok, I want you to try. It's Casey Anthony _Substack. I want you to go over there. She barely did this a couple of days ago. It's blowing up. You see it on Plunder. You see JLR. You see Watts the Obsession. Her baby girl deserved a chance. I'll leave that up. Thank you so much, Microwave Cheese, while we're doing this. Absolutely right. You guys can't fall for this. It's unbelievable. She's got 2 posts and people are sucking it up right now and they're buying it.
To some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is...
All right, so her goal is to rebrand herself, folks. I could tell you exactly what her goal is right now. So what she's doing is she's trying to rehabilitate her image, all right? So her TikTok account started off right at about 22,000, almost the first day. Within days of the launch, she was making content aimed at humanizing her persona, okay? So this video is to frame herself as a victim of circumstance to you guys while she's just barely referencing Kaylee's death, which we know was a huge tragedy, not only to you guys in the Florida community, but to the whole world. So what she does in this video is she makes soft focus filters and sentimental background music. She tries to make a stark contrast between what we believe she is, how we believe she's a monster, and her past associations, all right? So many people that are critiquing her are they notice that her use of emotionally manipulative rhetoric includes claims that she wants to seek to prevent other families from enduring a similar pain. All right. So as the statement draws people in, she's trying to create backlash for those people that originally did that to her and frame herself as something else. Now, this is going to be a recurring theme. So remember what she's trying to do: frame herself as something else and point out to the people that are hating on her. Okay, so let's listen a little more so I can break it down. I played it straight through earlier, but there's so much more today.
Is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize, so they actually know where they can turn to.
Now, unless you're Jen Soto, she's not going to be able to give you anything. Unless she's going to teach you how to hide and how to be manipulative and disgusting. We need to make sure, cancel culture. We need hashtag cancel culture Casey Anthony. This is ridiculous, you guys. And people are buying it.
So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond.
All right, now let me break down what Substack, and I'll show you after this video. So what Substack, it's hard for me to say. Substack is a legal advocacy. It's like a group. You can go on there and people can help you in legal ways without being a lawyer. So Substack, legal advocacy. I believe she's monetizing and exploiting herself and her daughter and the case. Now, parallel to the Substack, she has her TikTok account to appeal to this new generation. Many of you guys in my chat are 45 and older, so we don't always go onto TikTok. So she's looking for that generation that is after us, that uses TikTok, that's praising Gypsy Rose and praising Anna Delvey. You know Anna Delvey, the one that disgustingly stole a bunch of money from people and pretended like she was this heiress and got a little bit of jail time. That's what she's doing, all right? That's what Casey Anthony's doing. She's trying to trick the generation of TikTokers and the new generation. So what she's doing, you guys, is she is creating a position in Substack to be a legal advocate. All right. Now the platform is $7 a month. She wants a subscription to exclusive rights or insights to her into wrongful convictions. Although she didn't get a wrongful conviction, she should have been arrested and she wasn't. So initial posts critique her of misconduct and media bias. She's saying that the media is biased, and because it's a high profile case, people are attacking her. Now, the legal experts also question her qualifications on these issues, noting that her lack of formal legal training and her felony conviction for lying to law enforcement. So critics will argue that Substack represents a monetization of her notoriety, leveraging you guys and the public for the fascination of this case. And she wants to emphasize that she's helping the LGBTQ plus advocacy, which a community with no prior connection to her, remember that, has further fueled accusations of opportunism and given her refusal to address ongoing civil lawsuits filed by Kaylee's grandparents. Remember that. All right. So, people, if you guys are outraged, you should be. She's trying to manipulate her way in to multiple facets of our community and other communities that we don't know about.
Respond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that
all right, now she just brought up women's rights. So again, she's trying to appeal to Kaylee and to Clementine and to me and to Gemini and to the people that use TikTok on a regular basis. Believe it or not, they're already forming communities to back Casey Anthony. I know you don't believe that, but it's true. Now it's got a backlash from us, but there's other people on there that there's people that are condemning her attempts, right? They're profiting from infamy, like OJ Simpson, and her advocating for Kaylee when it was an unresolved homicide. Nobody got in trouble for that, right? So there's a smaller, more contingent group of self-described justice reformers who have defended her right to free speech, you guys, and arguing that her acquittal entitles her to societal reintegration. So they say you're bad, I'm bad. She needs to be reintegrated into society because she did not get a guilty. All right, so these supporters are citing the documentary's allegations, remember the one on Hulu, and they're framing her social media presence as a challenge to the trial by a public opinion. They're saying we're persecuting her even though she wasn't convicted. All right. So we're trying to change that. And she's trying to appeal to women, gays, and the younger generation.
I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
You're not
with
gonna
that.
Nope.
These aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car. And I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country, especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform
And again, she knows that she's appealing to people. Thank you, Microwave Cheese. She's representing the LGBTQ community. No, you're not. You're not even representing the human race at any stage. I agree. And thank you so much. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. I mean, this is what she did. She sold her parents out and she did that Hulu documentary, you guys. Nobody would bother her if she stayed out of the public life. Exactly. Now, this opens the door for people like Jennifer Soto. If Jen Soto never gets arrested, would you want to see her up there selling her services? No, we don't want to do that. And she knows, but it's working. There's 22,000 people that would agree with her. All right. And we don't want that to happen or to appeal to somebody that that says, give her a chance. That's not fair.
Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and
damn, dude, this is not
showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time and we'll see how this goes.
All right. She's got 2 posts. We're going to go to the next one real quick. And then, like I said, Casey Anthony _ Substack. And then I'm going to bring you to her Substack page so you guys know. And then I'm going to show you what Casey Anthony has been up to, guys, causing fights, at the bar, people filming her, breaking up marriages. She's a liar, guys. She lies. She dipped her toes back into the Hulu documentary because she wanted to just get her feet wet and listen to what critics say. She's doing that now. We are her critics, you guys, and that's what she's trying to do. There is a sucker born every minute, and they're buying right into this, folks. All right, so let me go back to her post. All right, so I'll read it to you because it changes really quickly. All right, so what she's saying here to you guys, and then we'll move on to Substack. I'll show you how to get there. Casey Anthony, the real Casey Anthony. If you guys want to go follow her, that's what she's saying. It's the real Casey Anthony. She's telling us that. Let me see. Let it go back for a second. There are many fake accounts in my name and the name of my daughter. Okay, so it's been more than 16 years since her name became a household one. Now, her name became a household one, you guys, because she took her daughter's life and then nobody was ever prosecuted for it. All right, so that's why. Let me pause this real quick. So now she's framing herself as an advocate, as a researcher, and she wants you guys to pay. There's 4 subscribers on there. Let me just mention what she does. She talks about many fake accounts. She says, I have intentionally limited the public statements that I have made, my exposure to media, my exposure to the world of social media. Let's start it over. Hold on. It's hard to, I'm not a TikTok user, guys, as you can tell. So I'm trying to get it and pause it. Okay, so today my account goes viral. This was really quickly, guys. This was days ago that her account went viral and people are going crazy. Video content will be available by paid subscription, guys. She wants you to pay for it and people are going to. It's shared with accounts like Mastodon or Blue Sky. You guys know those social media accounts. It talks about her being an advocate, a researcher. She says she spent the last decade when she was hiding, decade and a half working in that capacity. And more than ever, people deserve to know what resources they can turn to and be reminded that they still have rights. So, Jen Soto, if you're out there, contact at the real Casey Anthony. All right. Now, this is her only account, so you guys know that this is her. All right, I'm going to pull this down and show you the Substack account, and then we'll get into the things she's been doing, guys. And again, thank you guys for being here and helping to expose this monster. We do not want another Gypsy Rose on our hands, you guys. We don't want Gypsy Rose. We don't want her advocating for anybody. And most of you guys that are pissed off are in Florida, and you guys know she's probably going to teach that to people like Jen Soto, guys. All right, I want you guys to see her Substack, and then we'll start going into the little bit about Kaylee Anthony and what she's done. Let's remember who Casey Anthony actually is, aside from what she's saying. All right, so here's her Substack, which I'm going to subscribe to so we can keep an eye on her. All right, go back there. I'm not going to put my email right now, but Substack is where she's trying to make you guys pay for an account to get advice from her. She says, now check this out. I'm going to make it big so you can see it. All right. I'm going to read this to you. Casey Anthony a day ago says the presumption of innocence is a sacred right afforded to all individuals arrested in this country, guys. That is not an opinion. It is fact. We are plagued by a rush to judgment before someone even steps into a courtroom. Once a verdict is read, however long the process takes, the public must trust the system worked the way that it was intended. You're entitled to your opinion that are not your own set of facts. You, as the general public, will never know the full set of facts of a case. The media will never tell you the truth. They will tell you what you think and how to feel. Educate yourself. Stop spreading hate, you guys. If tomorrow you woke up and were arrested, accused of a crime you didn't commit or someone close to you were, wouldn't you want for them to be treated fairly? It's not that complicated. So what she's doing is scolding us, folks. She's scolding us so that we can stop not liking her and start paying her to, in fact, give us legal advice and advocate for our children. Okay, I'm going to show you why we shouldn't as this keeps going. Right? That's what she's telling you guys. Stop judging her. Stop being harsh and freaking get to it and go support her. Go sign up for her thing. Go pay $7 a month and forgive Casey Anthony. You guys are all bad people and you shouldn't judge her. And this generation will fall for it, you guys. They will. If my daughter saw this, she'd feel so bad for this lady that she'd say, Mom, because she doesn't understand what she did. Thank you, Microwave Cheese, for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships and all of the donations today. I appreciate you so very much. All right, guys, I hope you guys get a membership if you want one. Now, 2 days ago, Casey Anthony says we are living in a time where we're told by political heads of the state that we can say and do what we please. And with the help of social media, people tend to act accordingly. Unfortunately, with the current political climate, we're coming to find out that this is simply a facade. Many of us knew this long ago, but more individuals are finding out the hard way. Free speech is not truly free. Having the right to speak your piece does not give you true privilege to say whatever the fuck you want. Now, more than ever, your privacy and your words are not safe. Every single thing that you say can be used against you regardless of your intentions. Intentions in the eye of the law do matter. So a simple reminder, guys, what you say matters and the intention behind it. Behind the things that you say also matter. So, I mean, she's just, after this, she wants us to log in and freaking get an account and then sign up for it, which is not what I'm going to do. All right. Not what I'm going to do, but I am going to play a video for you of what she's been up to. That's what I'm going to do right now. All right. So I'm going to play some body cam of her at the Florida jail. We're going to talk about her ruined, now we know about Caylee Anthony. We'll get to that soon, but you guys, she's out of her mind here. All right, let's take a look at this body cam with Casey Anthony. All right, so this is the body cam. This is what she's been doing while she says that she's learning how to advocate, folks. And she should be, we should sign up for her account and believe her. This is what she's doing. This is body cam footage of her starting ish in a bar. And yes, we're going to get to all of that, you guys. I just want you to see what she's doing. Hashtag cancel Casey. Yes.
Hi. Can I file an incident report? Sure, what happened? So I'm still wet. I got a drink thrown at me. This girl has been harassing me for a while. I have her cell phone number. If that helps.
Do you know her name?
All right, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is Casey Anthony.
Okay. And what happened?
This is Casey Anthony after a Florida bar altercation. Now, remember, people hate her, right? They hate her. So when they see her out and they realize that it's her, it's like another Jen Soto. So this body cam shows that she's over there telling, out there drinking, breaking up marriages, just being doing whatever she wants, I would say, and then coming on here and telling you that you should back her. All right. And we haven't even got to her taking her daughter's life and blaming her father, ruining her parents' life. No, we haven't got to any of that yet.
She verbally assaulted me, but physically assaulted me with witnesses. I'm still damp from the drink she threw at me.
And why did she throw a drink at you?
We had a verbal altercation outside.
Outside over there?
Yeah.
And elaborate, like what happened?
We dated the same person for a couple years.
I just want you to see.
Whether they're together or not together, she got upset that he had texted me. I let her know that he had, and she came inside and threw a drink at me.
Yes.
Okay, do you have your ID with you?
Yes, I do.
Are you with him?
No, he was one of the witnesses. Eli, all of these people were witnesses, unfortunately.
Go get him, Tiger. Let's do it, baby.
I try not to make a big deal of things, but she's been a problem in my life for 3 years.
What are you doing?
Have you tried?
I've changed my phone number, my phone. She's moved near me. She has changed her phone number. It's been a repeated problem for several years. So this is the last.
Have you tried doing a restraining order?
No, this is the last.
Yes.
Aren't you Casey Anthony, ma'am? This lady is outrageous, you guys. The way she talks to the public is like we owe her something and she's the victim.
I have a witness of someone throwing a drink at me that I'm still wearing. I have several witnesses. I apologize. I asked for non-emergency, but
There you go, ma'am. There you go, Ashton.
And what's the lady's name?
Jen Soto in the making right there, folks. Jen Soto, if you're watching, this is going to happen to you, lady potato, killer potato. I am so, you guys know how much I do not like Jen Soto. I don't know what they blurred out here, but I want to document this.
Because I was gonna take it.
you're good. I apologize.
Because I was gonna
Sorry.
take it.
No.
You gave me an attitude.
I apologize. I said non-emergency. I swear I said non-emergency. I said an incident report, non-emergency.
It's my
No,
fault.
I apologize.
I love
Yeah, well, you're welcome to send that over.
And you know her number, you said?
It's
Go ahead and send that to me, Kaylee. We could listen to that. I've got.
give me just 1 second. I hate to say it, Malcolm Allison, who's one of your sergeants, would be able to confirm her information.
And again, she knows these officers, folks. She's naming these officers. She was sleeping with lawyers. She slept her way through the trial. She slept her way after the trial. And she's been, if you watch the Hulu documentary, been staying with this weird, odd group of people that are outcast. And as she does that, she can actually go out there and talk about, call that officer. I didn't call the emergency. Guys, we gotta spread this so people don't start jumping on that bandwagon and become another Gypsy Rose. Man, we just can't do that. We cannot let her do that, guys. That's why we need to see everything she's been up to, and then we can go back.
I don't want to get him involved. He's my ex, he's her ex. That's why all this happened.
Oh, okay. And
But honey, you can feel
what's her number? What's her number?
It's because you're Casey Anthony is why this happened. You're a whore, and you're a liar, and you took your daughter's life.
I don't know. I think that's what it is. I apologize.
You don't have it saved or anything?
I can send it back to you. If you can get me an incident report number, I can send it to you.
So you just need an incident report?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
If you can send that to me, I can send it to you.
I'll
That
give
would
you
be
a
no
case
problem.
card.
Yeah, no, I have it saved for stuff like this.
Why don't you file a restraining order?
I didn't have enough to file a restraining order. I had to have actual threats. Her texting was not enough. Her showing up where I was not enough. This is enough. In front of witnesses. It's enough.
So, my incident number?
The owner of the establishment is sitting over here.
Thank you.
Again, again, I apologize. I said non-emergency. Her friend was here.
How many times has she told her that she apologizes and it was non-emergency, and then she's dropping names, you guys? Absolutely. Unbelievable that she's even doing this. And some people don't remember exactly what she did, or if they watch her talk, she speaks really well and she asserts herself, so people listen. Don't fall for it. Casey Anthony needs money. How about a cage fight with Sub Soto? Loser admits what actually happened to their child. I agree. She sure has a mouth on her. She does, and she uses it, and people believe it.
Several people that I've known for years are here as witnesses, if necessary. So I'm not trying to file a restraining order. I just want it to stop. And I know a restraining order at most is good for 6 months, and it can go away. Right?
Well, we'll document the incident that happened, and I'll put it as verbal threats because she said that she keeps coming to
and you can tell she threw a drink at me.
But you should definitely, if you're being going through this, you gotta follow up on it. So we can do.
Yeah, this woman, man, she's the devil.
I have multiple witnesses. Thank you.
She has multiple witnesses, guys, and she's gonna start saying that now. She's gonna have multiple people backing her in the community.
Nothing. These folks came in.
Just enjoy your day, okay? Enjoy your night.
That's why I called non-emergency. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thanks.
All right, this lady's out of her mind, guys. All right, let's they call it the most hated woman in America, which I'd love to get into, but we have to do like segments because we can't fit it all in today. I would love to cover this more, you guys, because I'd like everyone to know about what she's done, so this generation doesn't get sucked into it like Gypsy Rose.
Cheney Mason, it is hard to believe that it has been 15 years. When you look back on these 15 years, how has life changed for you as Casey Anthony's attorney?
There you go, guys. That's who she's been staying with.
That's a tough question.
All right, I want you to know, if you didn't watch the documentary, this guy is who she's been living with, folks. She's been living with him. They all sit at a table, a bunch of people at a table that are outcasts. I don't know what their deal is. She did never have kids. She did break up a marriage recently. She did do the bar fight thing, and she is trying to work her way back into this community so that she can get not only money, but so people could back her. And welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Please do me a favor and just like and hit that subscribe button for me. All right. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, this is it. Sick AF. I agree.
I have tried 6 murder cases since that. So those have me busy, and very unfortunately, I recently became a widower.
And Casey Anthony's on top of it.
That has changed a lot of things. I stay in touch with Casey, and she's doing fine.
And that's the profound issue I wanted to touch on. And I'm so sorry to hear that you've become a widower. My deepest condolences to you. I remember you telling me that you had become very close to Casey during the trial process. She even lived with you for a...
Yes, this is unbelievable. And Zanny the nanny is what she called. And I truly believe, guys, that she OD'd. That little Kaylee was OD'd. She had her in the trunk. Whatever happened with that nanny the Zanny, I believe she OD'd her with Zanny and whatever else she was giving her. And she just stopped breathing, guys. And then she concocted that story. She didn't call for 31 days, by the way. She did not call for 31 days. Thank you again, Microwave Cheese, for the $10 super chat. You know she was banging him. She was banging him, that guy over there. And now she's trying to bang women by coming into the LGBT community, guys. We can't let that happen. I'm telling you, those girls are already like, oh, she's hot. We need to play Nancy on the Top Mom Days. Absolutely. She cannot. I'm convinced this case broke Nancy Grace. Me too. Nancy Grace didn't sleep with her. That's why.
For a time as well. And I remember you even mentioning she was like a daughter. So you do keep in touch, and she continues to be like family?
Hey, Daddy. Come here,
Well,
Daddy.
you know, kind of, yeah, I guess who's asking and who's watching. I mean, she did stay here in my house for a couple of weeks. Of course, me and my wife and her then mother helped take care of Casey. I fortunately have a house large enough, and so didn't see her too much. But she was here after being released from everything and hiding from snoopers and nosy people and helicopters and whatever.
The Messenger publication correspondent Steve Helling said that a friend of the Anthonys told him recently that Casey does not commemorate these milestone days. And the quote is, "Nothing special will happen. It will be a regular day." When you speak with her, how does she process?
So this is all leading back to what happened to Caylee Anthony, right? I didn't want to go all the way back to 2008 because I wanted to show you what she's been doing since then. Now, remember, 2011, May through July 2011 is when the trial happened. So I see people on here that were kids that are saying they remember coming home from school and getting a not guilty. Casey Anthony trial was May through July 2011. It was one of the most high profile cases in American history, guys. And Florida, everybody's heart was just captured by Kaylee, that little girl. Now, it was a disappearance and a death of her 2-year-old daughter, Caylee Anthony. This was in Orlando, folks, Florida. Now, the trial got attention nationally, like Madeline Soto, Jen Soto, and there were so many conflicting testimonies that the jury came back with a not guilty, guys. Now, this happened in 2008, and they were the last confirmed days that Caylee Anthony was alive was June 16th, 2008. Now, by July 15th, 31 freaking days after Cindy Anthony, Casey Anthony's mom calls 911 to report her missing. She also tells the authority that Casey's car smells like a dead body. Again, it's already starting to remind me of the Jen Soto, Madeline Soto case, you guys. And I got your email. Thank you. I'll take a look at that. I got all your emails. Yeah, I watch this all the time as well. In 2008, I was getting married in those times, but you guys, this is absolutely ridiculous. I wish we could talk to the jury too. So do I. Because parents may have created their daughter, but they loved Caylee. I do feel bad for them. I really do. And they threw Casey under the bus at first, but they wanted their granddaughter back. They were hoping they were going to be able to get their granddaughter back, and that's why they did that.
These terrible days, the day that Kaylee was found, or the day that she went missing, any of those days, how does she mark those days to your knowledge?
I don't know that. First of all, when Kaylee was found, I was just a citizen in the public domain here, reading a newspaper, seeing television. I didn't know her, hadn't met her, hadn't been requested to join the team. So I don't know about that. After I got in the case, of course, is a different story. And since then, I don't recall that we have ever had any conversation memorializing any of these significant dates. We exchange pleasantries on holidays, on Thanksgiving and on Christmas and or Easter, things like that. She communicates with me and with the rest of the defense teams, as far as I know, at least with Liz Fryer and Dorothy Clay Sims. I know we have communications like that, but I don't.
That guy doesn't even sound like he knows what he's talking about anymore, folks. It's like he's just backing her because she gave him a good blowjob. What's up, Paul? Speaking of blowjobs, can a girl give you a blowjob that took her daughter's life and you forgive her? I don't think so. How you doing, man? We miss you too, buddy. Yeah, this is ridiculous. We're gonna go back after this and play the video about the which is the quick video of it's going to play some of the 911 call, but it also talks about her and the boyfriend, folks. The marriage she broke up. This is what she's been doing. The advocate that she wants to advocate for you guys and your children. Jen Soto, call Casey Anthony.
I don't remember ever any discussion talking about or memorializing the date of finding. I can tell you that the date that this child's body was found, by total coincidence, I was in the Channel 2 NBC newsroom. They're meeting with a reporter on something totally unrelated. And while we were there talking, the sheriff, then Barry, came from the other side of the room with his aides and making a lot of noise, a grand entrance, causing attention to himself, and with a hand twirling around his head, saying they found the child and her head was totally entombed in duct tape.
Yeah, Paul was the first one that hopped in chat that I saw was a man, and he's Papa Paul to me, so he knows it's all banter here. Yeah, no worries. Paul's a tough dude. Yeah, advocate this, right? All right, we're almost done with this. This is ridiculous, guys.
And of course, that started a fire. Well, it was a lie to begin with, but he didn't know probably it was a lie. He was told, somebody said something about some tape, and somebody else said something else, and interpreted. By the time I got to the sheriff and he's in the courtroom, he's creating this image that never existed.
Thank you.
Now, you guys, I wonder what would happen if Stephen Stearns just came out right now. He came out, or his lawyer came out with a statement and said, you know what? Jen Soto did it. Jen Soto came in, she took her life, and she knew I'd been I loved Maddie like that, and so she's the one that did it. I wonder if it went to trial and there was a he said, she said, and a confusion of the jury about what happened with Madeline and who did it in the taking of her life. I wonder if we would get a hung jury like that. That's what this case is. The parents, she used them to confuse the jury, and then the parents started backing her at some point. Even though they threw her under the bus, they then started backing her. Yeah, she's so cute. There's Kaylee, guys. Here we go. This is Casey Anthony dating a man who ended 20-year marriage for her, and we're going to talk about little Kaylee Anthony.
Been missing for the last 31 days. And you know who has her?
This is the 911 call from grandma. Again, another mom that did not call 911.
And you know who has her?
Thank
I know who has her. I've tried to contact her. I actually received a phone call today now from a number that is no longer in service. I did get to speak to my daughter for about a minute.
Okay, did you guys call and report a vehicle stolen?
Yes, my mom did.
No.
Got to speak to my daughter for about a minute.
There she
What,
is,
did she have
guys.
a seance? Because Kaylee, baby Kaylee, is dead. Do you hear Tot Mom lying through her teeth? I just got to speak to my daughter for about a minute. And now this guy blows up a 20-year marriage for what? A piece of that? Okay, joining me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we are hearing. It's just, I wonder what the jury's think.
And this is just like a 4-minute clip. We're going to talk about her dating that guy and how destructive she really is, folks. She's toxic. You cannot change toxic, all right? Yeah, YouTube streets, welcome. What's up? She's a effing liar and she's toxic. She lies and she's just it's bad when someone's toxic and they lie and they tell stories and they manipulate and they get people to think bad things about this or tell you what. It's just toxic. And guess what? If you have a toxic or a rotten fruit, one rotten fruit and a bunch of other ones, it's gonna affect them all. And that's what she's trying to do. Another Gypsy freaking Rose. I can't have another Gypsy Rose, guys. I'm not gonna have another Gypsy Rose. We can't.
Thinking right now, Steve Helling. Steve Helling joining me, senior national news reporter at New York Post, author of Outrage, the Casey Anthony Story,
Yes.
author of Tiger, the Real Story. It goes on and on and on. But Steve Helling.
Yes, that too.
I wonder what the jury's thinking right now, because this is not just a fling with a married man. It's the same MO, modus operandi, method of operation. You lie to another person. I mean, analyze it, Helen. First, she lied to her parents that she had a job while she's sitting on the sofa eating chips all day while they pay for everything for Kaylee. She lies about the father of Kaylee. People still don't know who the father is.
No, they
She
don't.
lies to her employers and coworkers. She lies to her friends. She lies to her
There's the picture of her and little Kaylee. Kaylee was only 2 years old. When you put that in perspective, yeah, microwave cheese, thank you again so much. There's no excuse for harming a child. She was a baby. I almost didn't even remember how old she was because it's been so long, especially if it's your own. Seriously, and a jury found her innocent. Yes, they did. Absolutely. And the whole Florida, I see people in Florida here in chat, the ladies that are like Anna from Florida, and it's just they absolutely it left a stain, you guys. It left a absolute stain on Florida, and they're still trying to get over it. And here comes Jen Soto, and now Casey Anthony's coming back. I don't even know what's going on with this.
live in. She's living with him and a bunch of roommates. That's a romantic situation. To everyone,
Damn.
then lies to a jury. And remember this, Steve Helling, she even lied to police, and everybody's believing her until she's taking them to her job. And all this time she's been wearing the uniform and wearing the ID and going to work, or the parents think so. She's even dressing up like she's going to work.
Oh, we're far from glorifying Casey Anthony, but we do need the community to understand what she did so that people aren't paying $7 a month to let her advocate for them and the children. So if we don't say anything, then people are they're gonna go in there and they're gonna be doing another Gypsy Rose. They will be glorifying her. Yeah, not guilty is the same as innocent, which is interesting because you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but then when you win a case they say not guilty. They don't say you're innocent, they just say not guilty. So it's really weird how that works.
At the theme park, they get all the way there with her in the car. She gets all the way to the door and she goes, okay, you got me. I haven't worked here in a long time. And now she's lying to this guy. I mean, it's the same MO. The jury's got to feel like a big idiot, Steve.
I hope so.
Nothing that Casey says can ever be taken at face value. You know, she doesn't care that he has a wife. She doesn't care that he has kids. She doesn't care any of that. It's all about her. It's all about what she wants. It's all about what she needs. That's how it's been for her entire life.
Yes.
Okay, Steve Helling, I appreciate you going into that psychological analysis. I have Dr. Bethany Marshall for that. I'm asking you about MO, method of operation.
Again, everything I'm playing is up until this is the last couple days and then the last couple months. This is months that's happening here, guys. This is all recent, not just her. Not, and I say, yes, never forget Kaylee. This is not her getting released. This is the things she was doing while she's released, and now she's coming back and trying to play up to the community. Yes, never forget Kaylee. Thank you, Gigi, so very much. And Crystal, thank you for becoming a new member. I hope that you enjoy your membership. Lots of content. Lots of content.
Modus operandi. That is how Tot Mom escaped justice. That is how she lived rent-free for so long. That is how she had her parents taking care of Kaylee. All of this is her MO, to just squeeze everything she can out of people, lie her way through and fake it till she makes it.
That just shows you that she's able to say things and just kind of worm her way in there.
All right, so we all see her for who she is, right? I hope you guys do, and I hope you already did, but I hope someone that gets this realizes she broke this family up not too long ago. This is how she was reintroduced back into the public. This was right around or after a little bit when the Hulu documentary came out. All right, so this is the things that she's going to do when she gets money and a little bit of like her dignity back, where she could walk around and somebody's not going to hit her in the face. Because I know you guys would if you saw her in Florida.
No matter who it hurts, no matter who's in the way, no matter what. And, you know, she's very, very good at it. She just has those the words that she needs to say. You know, he says that she has an intoxicating aura, which I don't even know what that is, Nancy.
Whoa,
but apparently
please
she's
stop.
got it.
Please stop. Please stop. Put Helen. This guy is blowing up a 20-year marriage because Tot Mom has an intoxicating aura. Is that what you just said?
That is exactly what I just said, Nancy, and that's what everybody around him says.
Intoxicating. Now, that's an interesting choice of words because whenever I want to find Tot Mom, I just put out the APB to all the local bars because she will be there in a pair of hot pants having a shot. And I'm not judging. I'm not the church lady. I don't care. But after her daughter was murdered, rephrase, after she killed her daughter, I would have thought escaping life behind bars would have made her, oh, there she is on the stripper pole at Fusion.
All right, guys, let's go back and listen to that. Let's listen to that 911 call. Again, no glorifying Casey Anthony. There by no means is anything that I've said today glorified Casey Anthony. It's quite the opposite. We're working against her, and we're not going to let her get into that LGBT or your community and have people thinking that she's okay. She's not okay. All right, let's listen to this. Thank you for sending that to me. A couple people, the jail phone call, it's about 6 minutes long. Listen, this is the real Casey Anthony. All right, I should post this on her page.
Hello.
Oh, she won't let us. Never mind.
Hello, this is a free call from Casey. An inmate from the Orange County Correction Center. For a rate quote, press 7. To accept this free call, press 0. To obtain a customer service, this call is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Casey?
Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
Well, I just saw your nice little cameo on TV.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one? I did 4 different ones, and I don't know. I haven't seen them all. I've only seen 1 or 2 so far.
You don't know what my involvement is and stuff?
Casey?
Mom.
What?
No.
I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at.
Because I don't f***ing know where she's at. Are you kidding me?
Casey, don't waste your call.
No.
Scream and holler at me.
Waste my call sitting in, the jail?
Whose fault
where
is
bunks are?
Whose fault is you're sitting in the jail? You're blaming me that you're sitting in the jail?
Not
Blame
my
yourself
fault.
for telling lies. You mean it's not your fault? What do you mean it's not your fault, sweetheart? If you'd have told them the truth and not lied about everything, they wouldn't.
Do me a favor, just tell me what Tony's number is. I don't want to talk to you right now. Forget it.
I don't have his number.
We'll get it from Lee because I know Lee's at the house. I saw Mallory's car was out front.
Hello?
Hi, I'm glad.
All right, this is the real Casey. This is the real Casey Anthony. So this is what she should have about her. It's not her fault. She's entitled. Let me call someone else. Yeah, her mom and her dad put her on blast originally, and then they took that back. I think the jury was confused with all the blaming and shifting and pointing. They got confused, I believe, because there's no way that we would give her a not guilty or an innocent.
Everybody's at my house. I'll have to call you later. I'll have to call somebody to get your number. Do me a favor, get my brother back because I need Tony's number.
Okay, is there anything I can do for you?
I'm sitting in jail. There's nothing anybody can do right now.
Well, I'm just trying to be.
Oh, I know you are, honey. I absolutely know that you are, and I appreciate everything that you're trying to do, but I'd like to call Tony. He's not at my house, is he?
No,
Okay.
no, it's just me and your parents and Lee.
Okay. Well, can you do me a favor and get my brother back or get the number from him, please?
Does Tony have anything to do with Kaylee?
No. Nothing.
Okay, so why do you want to talk to Tony? You probably don't want to tell me, do you?
Huh?
You probably don't want to tell me, do you?
What do you? I didn't hear what you said.
I said, does Tony have anything to do with Kaylee?
No, Tony had nothing to do with Kaylee.
Oh, so why do you want to talk to him?
Right?
You probably don't want to tell me.
He's my boyfriend, and
Remember, Kaylee is missing at this point, and everybody's looking at Casey Anthony. She's in jail right now, and that's what she's worried about. That's her, guys. That's the real freaking Casey Anthony. Yeah, she lies about Lee and her dad essaying her. Yeah, she does. I think she ruined her parents' life after this all came out. I think the media believing, some people believing her dad did it. Even in the Hulu documentary, you guys, she talks about that and she blames her dad. She's saying that her dad essayed her, Kaylee, and then yeah, that's a boyfriend. And then possibly she tries to leave it as Kaylee drowned. That's what I believe she was trying to say. You guys let me know if you saw that Hulu documentary.
I want to actually try to sit and talk to him because I didn't get a chance to talk to him earlier because I got arrested on a whim today.
Oh, wow. I
Because
didn't know
they're
that.
blaming me for stuff that I never would do, that I didn't do.
Okay. Well, I'm on your side. You know that,
Oh,
right?
honey, I know that. I just want to talk to Tony and get a little bit of...
Casey, you have to tell me if you know anything about Kaylee.
Sweetheart,
if anything happens to Kaylee, Casey, I'll die. You understand? I'll die. If anything happens to that baby.
Oh, my God. Calling you guys? Waste. Huge waste. Honey, I love you. You know I would not let anything happen to my daughter. If I knew where she was, this wouldn't be going on.
Well, how come everybody's saying you're lying?
Because nobody's listening to anything that I'm saying. The media completely misconstrued everything that I said.
Yes, you guys. Sunshine, I hope that she's underestimating the community that she's targeting, but so far I'm seeing her getting supporters. And we're going to follow this as this progresses. We're going to see people commenting on her page. Hopefully you guys got that down, what the Substack account and what her TikTok. You're going to see people are going to start pulling Gypsy Roses. And I don't see many Jennifer Soto supporters, but I do see Gray Hughes. You think Gray Hughes is going to jump on the bandwagon? The other lady it's her mom. It's her and her mom talking. Everyone else is hurt but her. You guys, guess what Gray Hughes is going to do with that? Ryan says, I'm a little bit older than you, Jay, but do you understand the torture that Gypsy went through? Kaylee was innocent. I do understand Gypsy Rose, and I understood Gypsy Rose before she came out. I watched everything. I felt bad for Gypsy. And then when she hit the media and was trying to be manipulative, I don't understand that part of Gypsy Rose. Yes, Kaylee was innocent, but what I'm saying is we're gonna have another public figure that people are like, oh, look at her. We need to back her. Yeah, barfly. Hashtag barfly. Hashtag cancel Casey Anthony.
Detectives told them they got all of their information from me, yet at the same time they're twisting stuff. They've already said they're going to pin this on me if they don't find Kaylee. They've already said that.
Well,
they arrested me because they said that.
Yeah, because they said that the person that you dropped Kaylee with doesn't even exist.
Because, oh, look, they can't find her in the Florida database. She's not just from Florida. If they would actually listen to anything that I would have said to them, they would have had their lead. They maybe could have tracked her down. They haven't listened to a thing that I've said.
Do you know that whoever has Kaylee, nobody's going to get away with this? Nobody.
I know nobody's going to get away with it, but at the same time, the only way they're going to find Kaylee is if they actually listen to what I'm saying, and I'm trying to help them, and they're not letting me help them.
So how can I help them find her? The best thing you can do, baby, is listen to me.
They need to look up her information in a New York database, in a North Carolina database, other places that she's lived outside of Florida. That's what I told them even again.
Now, remember, folks, later on, she admits to lying about Zanny the nanny. Now, she says there was a Zaneta that she knew, but that wasn't the case. Yeah, she's a professional liar and manipulator, and she has not changed. That's my whole point of today. She hasn't changed. Look at what she was doing right up until 2 days ago.
Today. I told them that 4 times today. I sat up at the police station, up at the county police station.
But she's the one who has Kaylee, or she transferred Kaylee to somebody else? Because
honey, I haven't talked to her. I don't know.
Yes.
I haven't talked to her.
how come everybody's saying that you're not upset, that you're not crying, that you show no caring of where Kaylee is
Because
at
I'm
all?
not sitting here crying every 2 seconds because I have to stay composed to talk to detectives, to make other phone calls, to do other things. I can't sit here and be crying every 2 seconds like I want to. I can't.
Okay,
Lies.
Casey, don't yell at me. I'm on your side. I'm on your
I know you're
side.
not.
Trust me.
I know you're on my side. I'm not trying
Nobody
to yell at
is
you.
saying anything bad about you. Your family is with you 100%.
No, they're not.
Yes.
That's bull because I just watched news and heard everything that my mom said. Nobody in my own family is on my side.
Yes,
You're
there
a
are.
liar.
Nobody has said.
They just want Kaylee back. That's all they're worried about right now is getting Kaylee back. And you know what? That's all I care about right now.
Casey,
But at
your
the same time,
daughter,
I need
your
their
flesh
help.
and blood, your baby girl.
Christina, please put my brother back on the phone. I don't want to get into this with you right now. I love you, honey, and I'm glad that you're there. Thank you for your help. I will let you know if there's anything that you can do.
Wow, she's even snide with her supporters, guys. Could you imagine supporting this monster, and then asking her for legal advice or not agreeing with her, how she would act towards you? She's a little bit more polished, I agree. But the audacity of wanting to find her. She didn't want to find her. That's why if you follow the Casey Anthony recipe and you wait for 31 days when there's no more evidence left and you've already done everything and then you blame your parents, that was a recipe for her to get off, guys. She sounds very punchable and not insincere. Not sincere. She's very insincere. And even when you hear her in the TikTok, the way she talks, she's entitled and she wants you to believe her. All right.
You can't tell me anybody that can find Kaylee. Nobody.
No, because every number that I've tried, every number that I've called is disconnected. Nothing. I can't get a hold of anybody.
But that girl was the last person to have her?
She was the last person to have her. That was the last time I saw Kaylee.
All right, just a bunch of lies, guys. A bunch of lies. All right, you know what? I think I'm gonna do everybody a favor and cut this at 1 minute or 1 hour and 11 minutes, you guys. Thank you for 233 people being here today, supporting my channel. I want this to like, share, and subscribe. Share with the community so people do not go and pay her $7 a month. If you guys want me to, I will continue to cover it as it progresses. We'll go back and we'll do some more on Caylee Anthony and what's happening and all the real deal in this. But if I make it too long, people don't watch it and they don't share it. So that being said, love you, Tara. Love you, crew. Love you, everybody. We will be out on 1-1-1. Say a prayer that Caylee Anthony, she doesn't get justice, but that we don't let Casey run around and make a fool out of this whole case, make a fool out of us and make a fool out of this case. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Love.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty